Welcome, everybody. John Zager, johnzager.com. How's everybody doing today? Good? Good. It's a beautiful day here in the neighborhood. But wanted to continue on with the series on mindfulness meditation and how it impacts different bodily systems, all in the positive. And just the benefits of being able to meditate is overwhelming. I mean, I'm just giving you guys this little teeny tiny sampling, but there's a lot more. Okay, so we're going to do 3 more today. The first one's going to be the hippocampus. The hippocampus is a seahorse-shaped region, both on the right and left side of your brain. And I got some good notes here today. And it has to do with, this one's important. Think about you guys that are out there fishing and just wanting to recall the memory of catching that great fish. So it has to do with short-term memory of your most recent experiences, right? That's the hippocampus or the hippocampi, because there's 2 of them, right? You got to get some cooler temperature in here. It's hot out. So they did a study. There's a lady psychologist who's done the next 3 studies. Her last name is Lazar, Lazar, and she's really pretty good about it. But she took a sampling of just 16 people on this one, and she noticed that stress can reduce the size of the seahorse. And in turn, it reduces the ability to have a memory of your most recent experiences, right? Now, the way she figured the stress out, we have that everyday stress that goes on, and that produces a stress hormone. Okay? And what's that called? Everybody knows that one. It's called cortisol. And so when you have an abundance of cortisol in your system, that stress hormone, it starts shrinking all kinds of parts of your brain. But we're just talking about the hippocampi right now. And it starts shrinking both the left and the right side of the hippocampus. And she put everybody under mindfulness meditation, and we're just sticking to one meditation just to keep things kind of clear and everything kind of coherent with what we're talking about. And at the end of her 8 weeks of teaching and training, right, mindfulness meditation, the gray matter, that's just another word that says that region of your brain started growing larger again. And what happens when it grows larger? When a region of your brain grows larger, say like the hippocampi, it causes your memory of most recent experiences to be intact. Isn't that cool? Think about that, you guys. How many things do you do out there that are really fun and exciting, and you want to recall those or have a memory of them? And if you have stress in your life, which is just, cortisol, then all of a sudden your ability to retain that short-term memory goes to the seaside with the seahorses. Here's a sidebar for all you guys out there with bellies, right? And you walk around and you say, now I'm included in on this, so I'm not harping on you, but it works for me too, okay? So when you have a belly as you get a little older, guys, okay, we like to say, well, it's just beer, I've been drinking a lot of beer, drinking some beer, blah, 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 blah. It's not. It's the stress hormone, cortisol. All of you guys have stress in your life. I know you do. I've been doing this for too long. You do. And so as a result of having stress in your life, you end up with a larger belly. It's not caused by beer. It's caused by cortisol. I can do a whole workshop on cortisol and the effects. But anyway, that's just a sidebar. Okay, so another one that we're going to talk about today that Lazar did was posterior cortex. And the posterior cortex is kind of an interesting one because it has to do with creativity, your creativity. It has to do with your mind wandering. It has to do with, you know how you sit around once in a while? Remember when we were in school, we'd stare out the window? Well, that's a result, of the posterior cortex. It has to do with creativity or wandering thoughts, right? Your cognitive ability to be creative when nothing's going on, right? And the obvious thing, what's everybody know, when you have stress in your life, the size of the posterior cortex shrinks, and as you go through, as she did, she always puts everybody through that 8-week course of mindfulness meditation, then all of a sudden the gray matter, that's just a term that says you're increasing or decreasing the size of your posterior cortex. So what happens with the mindfulness meditation is that the gray matter increases and you become what? More creative. Your cognitive abilities increase. There's so many benefits to meditation. I mean, I'm not even trying to sell meditation, but after listening to this series of 9 that I'm giving you guys, you've got to sit down and just wonder, man, oh man, why am I not doing it? All of you guys, there's tons of qualified people on the internet and around town, whatever town you live in, that can teach you how to meditate. It's not a girly thing. It's not a girly thing. It has to do with not getting a disease. Terminal. Obviously, call me. I'm happy to charge you a small amount of money to put you through a course on the internet. I'll do it through the internet. It doesn't matter to me. And over a course of time, we'll teach you how to do mindfulness meditation. You don't have to tell anybody you're doing it. What's the third one? Temporal junction. That's another region of your brain. Now, this one's going to be a little squeamish for guys, but it has to do with emotions and empathy. Okay? So here's what happens as your temporal junction region of your brain continues to get larger, the gray matter gets larger, okay? All right. You're better able to read the emotions of people and have empathy. With stress, obvious, that's what we're talking about here, with stress, cortisol or whatever, all of a sudden the gray matter shrinks and your ability to be empathetic and to read the emotions of people declines. That's not good if you're married. that's not a good idea. You better be able to read the emotions of your wife and do it really, really well. But anyway, so she put, Lazar, the lady psychologist who does these studies and everything, she really did a good job. But she puts everybody through her 8-week course on mindfulness meditation. And as a result, the gray matter gets larger. And the person, male or female, doesn't matter, walking down the street is better able to walk by a person, maybe look them in the face, and you're able to read the emotions of that person. Now think if you're in a relationship and you're better able to read the emotions of your partner, male or female, doesn't really matter, isn't that going to help you in the relationship? Of course it is. And if you're able to have empathy for another person, maybe your partner in your relationship, that's going to help you. So there's three more studies anyway, that talk about the benefits of, in this case, mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation is just staying current in the here and now. You're not thinking about the past, you're not thinking about the future, you're thinking about the here and now. In the beginning, when you learn mindfulness meditation, all you're trying to do is just learn how to be attentive to your breathing. Think about that for a moment. Everybody who's listening to this, just pause for a minute, put me on pause, so to speak, and just pay attention to your breathing. Okay? Here's the other part. Mindfulness meditation. When you're paying attention to your breathing, try not to have a thought for 10 seconds. You can't do it, okay? You can't do it. The human has 7 or 8 thoughts in a 10-second period. Now me, with a blank brain that I have, I'm able to, because I've done meditation for such a long period of time, and other people who have as well. I mean, there's people with 30, 40, 50,000 hours of meditation. Trust me, they're seeing things out there. Because I already see things, and I don't have 30,000 hours behind me. But anyway, I can get myself down to maybe one thought in a 10-second period. That's called mindfulness meditation. That's reducing everything down to singularity. You live in duality, which is not good, not good, not good, not good. You want to live in singularity. Anyway, there's a little tidbit of mindfulness meditation. If you liked it, call me up. I'll be happy to take you on as a coaching client. Anyway, so there's 3 more studies. There's another series that doesn't relate to what we just talked about, but it has about 10 more real clear attributes of meditation on your body. I'm going to think about it tomorrow, and I may start that little series on Monday for you guys. I think it would be beneficial, and I think everything we're doing is really good for you guys. So anyway, God bless everybody. Take care of one another, and look forward to talking to y'all again real soon. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye.